Now, SABC News reporter Ayanda Mhlongo is watching the story for us. Ayanda, of course, listening to what the Secretary-General of the ANC says. He says that they may not be able to reclaim lost ground. But interesting, he says that as the renewal program heightens, the people will also gain confidence again in the African National Congress. And this is an African National Congress that is in the province, assessing the state of its own structures and the state of its own branches. I wonder what kind of state are they finding its structure in the branches in the province?
Mhlongo, a very good afternoon to you, and good afternoon to our viewers at home. Well, certainly not going to be an easy road ahead for the ANC, Mhlongo, and of course the Secretary-General, as we were saying, alluding to the fact that yes, they could not, there's a possibility, I beg your pardon, that they might not be able to regain lost ground here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. It's certainly not going to be an easy one, and if you look at the history of the ANC in this province from 2004 in the past, in the recent elections, we've been seeing that the ANC has been on a downward trajectory. Look at the result from the 2021 local government elections, where the ANC lost the majority of municipalities that they were controlling in the province. Even here, Mhlongo, I mean, this meeting is happening in Durban, which is under the eThekwini municipality, and of course this is also metro that the ANC was controlling for the longest time, but now the ANC is controlling this municipality with the assistance of other political parties. And that is the same in other municipalities that the ANC has control of. So they have slowly been losing ground, and so it is certainly going to be a difficult one for them. We have seen even in by-elections where other parties have been regaining lost ground, such as the IFP, for example, but the ANC has been losing control of even wards that it has been controlling, despite the fact that they were leading or in control of the province of KwaZulu-Natal. So in terms of governance, it's really also been difficult for the ANC, considering, of course, the service delivery challenges, not only unique, of course, to KwaZulu-Natal across the country, but there has been quite a number of issues that national government has come in, Mhlongo, to try and assist, but seemingly when people went to the polls, they were not convinced that the ANC was still going to be able to assist them. So it's not going to be it's not going to be an easy one for the ANC. They also, Mhlongo, need to now go back to their branches. Their branches are in disarray. The MK party coming in, we understand that in some regions, the everyone in branches, or some branches, do not have any members left. Everybody's left to go and join the MK party. So they now have the duty now, or the responsibility now, to start working on rebuilding the branches, to go back and assess their branches. And we did ask the Secretary-General in terms of their assessment, do they know at this point what is the status of their branches? And he said that part of the work that they're doing here over the 2 days was, of course, to get right down to the bottom at branch level, to do an assessment or analysis of their branches as they make their way up to the regional executive committees and then up to the province. So a lot of work, Mhlongo, that the ANC still needs to do. It's not going to be an easy one. And of course, coming in now, trying to fix these things under the government of provincial unity, where in this province, you'd know that this GPU is being led by the IFP. And whilst they're saying that they're hoping that once they strengthen the party, they are going to be then able to improve their capacity in governance. And they're hoping that through that, the confidence that the people have in the ANC will be restored. Again, it's not going to be an easy one because within this GPU, all the different parties are, as much as they're working together as part of a provincial government, but they're still individual parties, and each of them wanting to claim their own successes. So I guess it's a matter of time for us to see, Mhlongo, how this is going to play out. This meeting, of course, is supposed to assess the situation, and then for the party to arrive a program of action to then say, what do we do moving forward? So currently what is happening, Mhlongo, and it's dragged on for most of the day, the members of the NWC that had been deployed to the different regions, the 11 regions of the ANC, to meet with the ANC structures, are today providing report backs and feedbacks from their engagement with the branches, and the leadership will then consolidate all of those reports and will then come up hopefully with a way forward. But as I was saying, Bongi, was still a long road ahead for the ANC in this province.
And you talk about a long road ahead, Ayanda. It's of course a crunch time, because these are political parties that are hoping to reclaim lost ground as municipal elections are also, inching closer, especially when you think about the fact that now, as you mentioned, the ANC has lost control in a number of municipalities in that particular province. So definitely this program of action is one that they cannot afford to delay.
Absolutely not. It's a program of action that they're going to have to start now. As you were saying, Bongiwe, that it's in twofold. One, they need to sort out the ANC branches. They need to strengthen the branches, put in the leaders that are going to be able to take the organization forward. But also, they then need to look at their deployment and their representatives that are in government, because part of the problem, and they have admitted to it, that part of the problem is the capacity that they have in local government. And so they want to now look at the counter list that they're going to then be deploying to the various municipalities as well. So that in itself, we do know that it is quite a lengthy process that the ANC is going to have to engage with. And while they are doing that, Bongi, we must not forget that other political parties as well are also sorting, putting their house in order. They also want to increase their support. We know that already here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, other parties are already having discussions and meetings around their plans and preparations for the 2026 local government elections. Of course, you also have the majority party in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, the MK party. Despite the fact that they are not in control in the province, it is also allowing them time to work on strengthening their structures whilst they're still interim, but we are still seeing a lot of changes. We've just recently seen the Deputy President of the EFF joining the MK party. So the MK party on that side, particularly here in the KwaZulu, is also working on growing the party. So they're facing a really long road ahead. It's going to be an uphill battle for the ANC, but Bongi, only time will tell.
Time will tell indeed. Ayanda, thank you very much for that comprehensive update there. That's my colleague Ayanda Mhlongo coming to us live there from Durban, as the ANC's National Working Committee is currently providing the report backs, some kind of feedback from the areas at which they were deployed, in order to be able then to consolidate the reports as they put together a program of action to try and regain lost ground in KwaZulu-Natal.